Hey guys, Jen and Milos here. We are here for another update, but this one is a little bit different. We're not just doing an update on Croatia, but several other countries as well from people in those actual countries. Now, due to the nature of our work in travel and my background in music as well, we actually know quite a lot of people around the world. We reached out to a bunch of those friends and colleagues over the weekend and asked them to put together a few minutes of how things are in their countries. A lot of us read what's in the media, but we don't actually hear from people in those countries. We thought this was a perfect opportunity to help you hear from a bunch of people from all over and give you their impression and report on how things are where they live. So our super quick recap on Croatia and how things are here. We've had a stay-at-home order essentially since March 21st. So you are encouraged to just stay at home. I think this is pretty universal in a lot of places so far. Of course, all non-essential businesses, all bars and restaurants are closed. Basically, the only things open right now are grocery stores, drugstores, pharmacies. In our specific area of Croatia, you have to wear a mask when you go to the grocery store, any of those stores. They also have signs all over the place saying everybody has to be 2 meters apart from each other.
Indoors, outdoors 1 meter apart.
As of this taping, there are 1,222 cases of the virus official in Croatia, and there are 16 dead so far.
And 39 are on the respirator, so difficult or critical.
Another thing that's specific to Croatia as well is you cannot leave the town where you reside in. So you can't just drive 2 towns over for the heck of it to go to a store there. We have heard about checkpoints in different places out there. You need to stay in your town. They don't want people just moving around.
You can come back though.
You can come back into your town, but they don't want you going into other towns. On that note, let's hear from some of our wonderful friends and colleagues around the world, letting you guys know how things are where they are.
Hi Jen and Milos, this is Gabriela and Balázs.
Hi.
We are checking in from Hungary. Right now we are walking in the woods because that's still allowed here in Hungary. We are in lockdown, which means only Hungarian residents can enter the country, and also the Hungarian government decided on a state of emergency. We have a couple of regulations, however we don't have to wear a mask. When we go shopping, most people do wear the mask, and we are very careful. We keep a 1.5 meter distance from each other. That's what the law says. We also have some regulations about the times when we are allowed to go shopping, depending on the age group. So I think it's actually pretty well working out. We keep our distance from each other. Of course, we are missing the contact with our families, with our friends, with the hairdresser, but we are very happy and healthy. We are experimenting with new things. We are gardening a lot. Hopefully our turnips and carrots are coming out in a few months. And we also do a lot of cooking and baking. I baked more cakes over these 3 weeks than I've done in my whole life, and Balázs is really happy about it. We keep our fingers crossed for all our friends all over the world. Bye.
Bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer, and this is my husband Matteo, and we are in Salerno, Italy during this coronavirus. We wanted to tell you a little bit about what's going on here. We have now been fully quarantined, locked down where we are for 4 weeks. A little bit more north of us has been locked down for 5 weeks, I believe, and we're looking at a minimum another 2, most likely another 4. So we wanted to show you a little bit of what's going on here. So we are only allowed to leave the house for groceries, for pharmacy, and to take the dog down, which is supposed to be underneath our apartment, basically. And this is the document that we have to carry with us when we go out in case we are stopped by the police. They're being pretty strict about the restrictions. Yeah, so it's been a long haul, but we're doing okay. Do you have anything to add,
Nothing. It's just to stay home, be careful.
Yeah.
Is a really dangerous stuff.
It's
right
a
now.
really serious thing here,
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate. We're lucky that our area is not doing as badly as the north. We've got quite a few cases, but not quite the same thing. We own a pizzeria here called Ado Matteo, and unfortunately, we've been shut down for about a month now, and we're looking at probably about another month of that also. You know, financially it's been tough, emotionally it's been tough, but we've got each other, we've got our dog, we've got our kitties. And so all is good. We're sending tons of love to all of you guys out there.
Love each other, guys.
And take care of each other because that's really all we can do right now. Okay?
Bye. Ciao.
Hey Jen, hey Milos, hey rest of the world. You're in the same trouble as everyone else is. What do you think? Welcome on board of my passenger ship. You see all the guests? It looks like that's the same everywhere, so I'll show you a little round of all our disinfection material. Still wrapped, only one is unpacked because I'm only the one person on board and nobody else, so that's already one of the problems. Unfortunately, even the bar is closed. As you can see, cargo ships are sailing, passenger ships are empty, my office over there. Nobody has to sail, no passengers, no cruises all over the world. I'm the captain of the ship, and as you can see, we are very docked, and it looks like in the next while nothing is happening. Next to me, another 3 ships docked over there. I'm also the cook, I'm the driver, I'm a sailor, I'm housekeeping, I'm, let's see, all the positions on board because there's all of one of me. For the moment I'm lucky because shops are open as long as you're not with too many people inside. In the Netherlands, supermarkets are open, drugstores for sure are open. Everybody have to keep the distance. Shit, this 1 or 2 minutes go fast. Yeah, in the Netherlands a bit chaos, but there's even for such a small country so much space to walk around, do your thing. As you can see, there's a little walking pedestrian area over here. Every day people walking the dogs over here. Hang around a little bit, no people closer than 1.5 meters together. Groups of people get fined when they catch you. The borders of the Netherlands still are not closed. As soon as you have an important job, like I have, or people who are working in care or in health or in transport, they're all welcome to travel as long as you have documents from your boss or from your company to make sure you have to go over there. Yeah, because I'm hiding here on the ship and I do not have Dutch television. I have a few UK channels or something, but I don't watch too much of the news. So the small latest changes I will not keep track of, but it looks like not too much is changing. So we are all in quarantine and better hope for the best, and hopefully soon it's gonna be finished with all this trouble and we can start cruising and do the thing what we like and need to do. You too, I would say take care and good luck.
Hi everyone, my name is Bar and I'm from Prague, Czech Republic. Jennifer asked me a couple days ago to do a little video what is life in quarantine like in Czech Republic. We had the virus in Czech Republic since the beginning of March, and our government was quite fast in taking a lot of actions to prevent it from spreading, starting with shutting down the schools on March 10th, closing the borders to our neighboring countries like Germany and Austria, also declaring the state of emergency March 12th and March 18th. The whole of Czech Republic has been quarantined. What it means for us is that, of course, all the stores are closed except for the essential ones, meaning the grocery stores, pharmacies, drugstores, as well as pet stores. They also do have designated hours for senior citizens to go shopping. That means every day from 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. the stores will be open only for the senior citizens. I know there has been quite a lot of hoarding being done all around the world when it comes to before or right at the beginning of the quarantine in most of the countries. In our case, people started hoarding pasta and baking flour. Quite surprisingly, no toilet paper. Hoarding of toilet paper happened after the news of people hoarding toilet paper in the United States reached Czech Republic. Then when the toilet paper hoarding started here as well. Overall, the supplies in Czech Republic has been pretty good. We have everything that we need except for the face mask, of course. The face mask that I was actually wearing at the beginning of the video is just to show you what we have to do anytime when we go out of the apartments. It is actually a law right now, but even before it was a law, I would say about 70 to 80 people actually were wearing them, because there has been a big movement by celebrities encouraging people to wear face masks, because there's a saying, my mask protects you, your mask protects me. And so it's a law actually that you have to wear a face mask anytime when you go into public. They're the cloth ones. You can right now buy them. People are actually making them at home. This is the one that my sister made for me. The real surgical ones are of course really hard to get, and we're getting supplies from China right now, and these are being distributed to medical workers and anybody from the government for the essential basically departments that need to have them. We're not allowed to go out in public for more than 2 people at a time. Of course, if you're in a family of 4, you can go out in a family of 4. You don't need a permit to go to work. They encourage people to work from home as much as possible. But overall, people have been pretty good about following the rules. Right now, the weather is turning to be pretty beautiful, so that might be a challenge in the future. But we can go for walks every day. We can go for a jog. We can go and ride a bicycle. But you do have to wear a face mask every time when you're outside of your apartment. Once you're in the countryside and there's nobody around you, you can take it off. But anytime when you're walking the streets in the cities, you should have it on. Or you need to have a bandana, basically anything that will cover your mouth and nose. The kids will not go to school until probably the end of May, and we already know that they will be wearing face masks in school when they go back to school. So that's been a quick overview. I hope you're all healthy. Stay safe, stay sane, and hopefully in a couple of months this will be all over and life will get back to normal. Okay, that's all from Prague. Ciao everybody.
Hi, I'm Nike. I'm in Basel, Switzerland, and this is the 3rd week of lockdown. We were originally going to go to Zermatt, but because of this coronavirus, we can't go to Zermatt, so we're doing something else fun at home. We are camping at home.
So we're here in Switzerland, as Nike explained. Although we have one of the highest occurrences of cases per million in the world, people are really kind of laissez-faire about the whole thing. Like everywhere else, schools are closed. Everything's closed except for grocery stores and pharmacies, and we're all working from home and so forth. No groups of more than 5 outside. You stay 2 meters away from each other, all of that. But there's really no enforcement, and if you saw this afternoon just looking around, people are out, kids are meeting up and playing. When you walk down by the Rhine, there's tons of people. It just looks like a normal, beautiful spring day. So it's very strange. I mean, we're right next door to Italy, which is the European epicenter, and it's totally different here. So who knows? It's the Swiss.
Hi, it's Rebecca, and behind the camera is Chelsea, and we're tuning in from Austria. We're outside of Salzburg. We're in the mountains about 45 minutes from Salzburg city proper. Originally we live in Vienna, Austria, but we decided to come up here. The benefits of that is being able to go out for more walks here at the mountain. The grocery stores are really well stocked. There are no times or reduced hours that we can't go to the store. However, later we'll share with you a video of mask and gloves that you do have to wear. It's mandatory in all shops, like the apotheke, the pharmacy, and the grocery store. So as you can see, we're fully masked. Everyone who comes to the grocery store working and buying has to wear a mask at all times. They were given to us as we walked in Austria. Austria is still going up in cases of coronavirus and death. However, we're hoping that will slow down with all the social distancing. And today the report has come through that all theater has been canceled through June. So unfortunately, we know that from the artist front. As for schools, we're hoping to open back up in May. So reporting from Austria, we hope you're staying healthy.
Hello from Vienna, Austria, and from official quarantine in Vienna. We have been under a lockdown here in Vienna since about March 14th, which was the same day that my husband flew to me from America. We went immediately into self-isolation, and it was a good thing we did because I got sick on March 24th with all of the symptoms, headache, body aches, chills, fever, cough, all of it. And I have been sick until about maybe yesterday or the day before. I still am coughing, but everything else has pretty much subsided. We went ahead and called the information line for coronavirus that Austria has provided to its citizens, and that worked very well. On March 31st at 4 o'clock in the morning, a doctor came into the apartment in full protective gear to test us. We've been under official quarantine ever since. We are not allowed to leave the apartment for 14 days from the day of testing. I think that the government here has reacted quite sensibly to this crisis. I'm an opera singer here, so for me it has been very difficult. My last performance was March 3rd, I believe, and I had a general rehearsal on March 10th. For a show that apparently isn't going to be performed. This makes me personally very sad, but logically I see it as an intelligent decision because it's very dangerous, this virus, and it's highly contagious, and putting over 1,000 people in a room right now, if they don't have to be there, is a bad idea. If what I had was the coronavirus, which I highly suspect it was, we still are waiting on test results, it is definitely not a joke. This is a serious thing. The last time I was properly sick was 2010, and this knocked me out. So that's just information for you to have. Here in Austria, they are fining people for gathering and for having parties, things like that. They really want people to take it seriously, and for the most part, people are. And my husband and I are a good illustration as to why that's important, because he had only very mild symptoms, and I had very strong symptoms. So it's possible that you're carrying it and not noticing that you're sick. So I can just say, stay safe, take it seriously, and hopefully things will return to normal soon. Hugs to all the theater people. I know this is not an easy time, but it's about the health of everybody and the greater good. So we'll get through this, we always do, and soon it will be a memory. Bye.
Hi Jennifer, hi everybody, this is Monica and Christy coming to you from Romania.
Hi Jennifer.
And we're doing everybody's favorite activity right now, which is we're driving to the supermarket. And you guessed it, we're driving just below the speed limit because we want to make this trip last as long as possible. We could probably walk there in 15 minutes, but we're driving, and we're driving slowly just so we can enjoy the experience of being out of the house for a little bit. Romania currently is under state of emergency and martial law almost. There's all these military ordinances that are coming out. Almost 2 weeks ago, they limited people getting out of their homes. They basically said you can only get out of your house for 10 reasons. One of them is if you have to go to work, for those that work in essential fields such as supermarket workers, people working in pharmacies, the press, everything else. Another reason to get out of the house is to go and buy your essentials at the grocery store, or if you need to go to a pharmacy, or if you need to go to the doctor and it's not something that you could just have a phone consultation for. People over the age of 65 are restricted. They really only can get out of their homes between the hours of 11 and 1 p.m. if they want to, go for a walk, or if they want to go buy their groceries. Otherwise, the only reason they can get out of their house legally is if they need to go to the doctor for a consultation. They could do that throughout the day. If we want to go out, we have to sign a piece of paper with all of our pertinent information, where we also state the exact reason why we're leaving our house, and we also have to write the route that we'll be going on. So you have to say, I'm going from home to the supermarket and then back home, and you're not allowed to deviate along from that stretch of road. We don't know how long this is going to be instated for. It's getting tighter and tighter almost every few days. There's new rules and regulations coming out about restricting movement even more. We're hoping this will help flatten the curve, and we'll see what happens in the future. All the best from Romania.
Good morning, kia ora folks, Miles here from New Zealand. Just want to say a big hi to everyone from down under. We're in probably day 11 of our lockdown. Wednesday will be 14 days, and I was in isolation before that because I'd been in Australia, so probably 3 weeks for me, hence I haven't shaven. Don't plan on shaving either. Let's see how it goes, and hopefully it doesn't get too long. Lockdown in New Zealand been pretty okay. You stay within your bubble. Your bubble is who you live with. It's myself and my housemate Peter, and we also have a dog named Ollie. So Peter walks Ollie during the mornings and I walk Ollie during the evenings, so we have some time out as well. You're allowed to go for walks whenever you like, folks. We just have to stay within the 2 meter radius of anyone that's a stranger, and we call those bubbles, so we stay within our bubble, and you don't go within 2 meters of anyone else's bubble, and that's trying to keep us nice and safe. Fortunately, in New Zealand, we think it has plateaued. Just under 900 people have contracted the virus. Unfortunately, we've had one death, and they think they haven't announced it, but they officially, but they do think it's plateaued. So let's hope it's working, and we can get out of this as soon as possible. We're looking at 1 month lockdown, so we're halfway through it. On the brighter side, folks, people are so much nicer. People on the streets are saying hello. Within 2 meters, they're probably yelling across the road, but everyone's so much nicer. The kids are out playing, they think it's Christmas time. I've heard them say it's like holidays, but we've been pretty fortunate here. We've got pretty good weather, so we're into our autumn, and it's pretty nice for autumn. But I'm doing well down here, okay, so, and staying healthy, so I hope my colleagues and everyone else out there is staying safe. Stay healthy, stay within your bubble, folks. Let's get this over and done with, get back on with our lives, take something good away from it, and learn a lesson from it. And all my colleagues, I look forward to working with you very soon.
Hello there.
Hi.
There is some news from Vilnius, Lithuania, one of the Baltic states, where we are in quarantine already. Day number?
24.
24. The public places like schools, universities, sport clubs where Lorinas is working were closed on 13th of March. The situation in Lithuania is still okay when we talk about the cases of coronavirus and the number of deaths. However, the numbers are increasing. Today we have more than 800 positive cases, and so far 15 cases of death.
From the start of the quarantine, we went to supermarket like 3 times. It's 10th day without supermarket, and we're still doing fine. We have food for 2 more days, and then we're planning to go again.
We just need some vegetable and greens and sweets for him.
I need some chocolate, yeah. The situation with supermarkets, it's good in Lithuania. We have everything we need except for 2 things: face masks and
hand disinfection. So,
yeah.
But we got this. Once we found in the supermarket, we bought this one. It's a hand disinfection, which is great for cleaning the surfaces and also everything else and disinfecting your hands.
My mom made these masks. I can demonstrate.
His mom is a tailor.
Yeah, here you go.
But there's also one thing that we are not really running out, is a toilet paper. And I have no idea how much people do that they really need so much toilet paper. We just bought one big package just in case, because we thought if people are going crazy, so we just have it just in case, but there's no problem. So what we do now with this, we just make some funny challenges with that. So more about our daily routine. So we try to wake up early, well, decent early, how to say. If it's a nice weather, which is already spring, so we try to walk a little bit, go for a walk in the forest. Every day we try to cook food, which is, for us, we are not really chefs or cooks, how to say, because we try to work on it and it's not so easy and the food is getting boring already, but it's okay. We use our imagination and read some recipes online, so we're fine. Also, every day at 7 p.m. we have really beautiful initiative, and it's clapping at the windows for the doctors and medics.
And huge thanks to all the doctors around the world. They're running low on supplies, they're risking their lives for us. And we are actually really proud of, we have very good close friends. They have their site by Mu. My friend started this initiative here in Lithuania. They printing face shields with 3D printers and given for all the medics for free. That's impressive. So to sum up the situation about Lithuania, it's very recommended to stay at home, but it's not forbidden to go outside.
We are fine. So I'm sure that we're gonna survive this, but I'm sure that is the most important message that we wanna send today. It's we have to take care of each other, and whatever is recommended to do in your country, please do so. The most important thing, just stay calm and patient.
Hello, my name is Agi.
Hi, I'm Gabriel.
And we live in Hungary at the moment. We live very close to the border of 3 countries. Austria is 10 kilometers from us and Slovakia is 20. So in our town, many people have jobs abroad, and all these people have now difficulties with the traveling, crossing borders, but they still can do it, so they are allowed to travel. In Austria, you need to have a special permission from your workplace to pass the border, and I think there is also temperature control. Who doesn't have this permission from the workplace cannot pass the border or have to go to the 2 weeks quarantine.
Me being for a part a commuter, at occasion, since I'm Slovak, I need to always show my ID or passport and a SIM card too. The moment the situation is actually stabilizing, I would say, although both countries, Slovakia and Hungary, are not really daily testing as many people as the figures would be really reflecting the reality, to my opinion. I would also say that now, at the moment, you are not really here afraid of that you wouldn't find food in the shelves, in the stores, and so on. There are certain restrictions, like, for example, the elderly people over 65 years old, they can go shopping from morning 9 o'clock till 12, and the rest of us, we should wait until they are done. That actually brings also a good results in infected people. In Slovakia especially, you have to wear a mask, it's a must, and now lately the government even decided to check the people via their phones, so the GPS shows them where you're moving, what you're doing, and so on and so on. That's also kind of helping out.
Hi, my name is Christina and I live in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. I'm about an hour and a half away from New York City and an hour and a half from Philadelphia. Right now we're on a stay-at-home order that's been since about March 16th. Non-essential businesses are closed. So what that means for us is we are asked to stay at home. We can go to the grocery store, we can go outside and exercise, and we can go to work. We are supposed to wear a mask if we leave, and we can pick up food curbside from all the local restaurants. So it hasn't been so bad to be stuck inside, and I get food from my favorite local restaurants, and then being able to go out to the grocery store. I probably shop once a week. Some people have been shopping like once a month, where they totally drain the grocery stores. Just like everywhere else I've seen, there is no toilet paper. People are buying it in bulk. It just makes me giggle because it's not like we're losing power or water. You know, I work for the American Cancer Society full-time as a community development manager, and what that means is I plan large events, fundraising events for the American Cancer Society. So I work from home currently. Most of my Relay for Life events have been canceled. And then I also have the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk in October. So at least I have something to work on, knowing that my event will still happen in October. We're still able to work from home. We have the technology, and it's been different, but every day is a learning curve, and working from home has become the new normal. Right, so I just made it to Wegmans, and I'm gonna go in and get my groceries for probably the week. So non-essential businesses are closed, but we have grocery stores open, breweries are open for to-go, restaurants are open for to-go. You can go to the bank, but you have to go through the drive-through on the outside. So if the bank doesn't have a drive-through, it's closed. Pharmacies like CVS and Walgreens, things like that are open. But I prefer Wegmans. It is my grocery store of choice, and I'm gonna go in and get some things that I need. So I am back from the grocery store, and just a few things I'd like to mention. The one thing I noticed as soon as I pulled up, and it's something that's really bothering me around in this location, I don't know if you see it anywhere else, but people are just disposing of their gloves wherever they leave them. So that's a little upsetting. The other thing about checking out, they now have large plastic plexis in front of you and the clerk, so that helps prevent germs. And then there's a line for you to stand, and then before you put everything on the belt, they wipe everything down for you. That's pretty much a little bit about what's going on here.
The good thing about Croatia is it looks like we are slowly starting to flatten the curve. It looks like the measures that the government has implemented, they seem to be working. Our worst day was 96 new cases in a day, and since then, this is within the last 6 days, the number has, I don't want to say steadily been declining, but it has been declining. Just to give you the number, our worst day was, like I said, 96, and then the day after that was 48, the day after that 47, the day before yesterday was 56, and today we had 40 new cases. So slowly we are starting to flatten that curve. Looks like it's working, fingers crossed. The weather is going to be freaking glorious this next week. It's supposed to be around 20 degrees, sunny the entire week. That's definitely going to get the people out. I think Jen said it is stay at home, but it's not illegal for you to go out in the street. So you see more and more people just going for a walk and bicycle, but which is not the issue. The issue is more, we've seen quite a few people where they see each other
in groups.
and then, yeah, it's not super often, but
We've seen it.
yeah, we've seen it.
Thank you again to all of our friends and colleagues around the world for
Thank you
your
very
input.
much.
We so appreciate your
Greatly
assistance
appreciate it.
in helping with this project. And viewers, I hope you found this interesting to hear from people in all these different countries. Now, as we like to end all videos, since we've been doing this
Most.
update,
Depends. If we're home, we're drinking.
we have some rakia, or schnapps, for those of you who don't know that.
I had to go to my grandma and steal some slivovica from her because we ran out.
Yeah, so this is homemade. That's why it's in an old water bottle. So this is plum slivovica, plum rakia, plum schnapps. This is really strong, but very good.
Yeah, actually.
Very delicious.
You deal with it better than I do. All right. Cheers. Živjeli.
Živjeli!
And don't forget.
Like and subscribe to our channel. Vidimo se.
Živjeli. Ciao.
Cheers!
Oh, whoa.
And then there's the alternate side of how we enjoy quarantine with quarantinis. Quarantini.